Well, to talk about this deal, we're now joined by Danielle Cloutier, Quebec Director for this country's largest private sector union, Unifor. Danielle, thank you for joining us today.
My pleasure.
Now, we just heard it from the Defense Minister in the interview that we did last night. The primary argument that Ottawa makes in choosing Boeing is that there was no other plane that could have done the job and in the time frame that Ottawa was looking for. How do you respond to that?
Oh, the fact proved that it's not true. Basically, there was the Mitsubishi plane that was already flying in the air and in use. So, and they were bidder on that possibility of contract. And apparently, Bombardier have given all the needed information to show that the plane would have been in the air, meeting the date of delivery set by the contract.
Mm-hmm. So you push back on that statement. You know, what is Unifor's biggest concern, though, in choosing Boeing and not a Canadian company's bid? What's your concern here?
What we don't understand is the lack of vision of the government. Why are Canada is probably the only country that do not use its own needs in terms of military equipment to try to develop his own capacity and his own expertise into it. We never argue that the government should give the contract to Bombardier blindly. What we said is the Canada government should put in place a fair bid to allow other companies like Bombardier to prove and demonstrate that they can achieve it. And it's not what the government have done. So, you know, I believe it's not a good decision from the government, and it's not the kind of decision that will allow Canadians to develop expertise, competency, and to be able to take their share in that big market. You know, we're never going to be able to do like bombing plane. But in terms of that kind of plane surveillance, we can have a bit of the market in there. And we don't understand why Canadian government does not allow the company to prove themselves.
Mm-hmm. You know, Danielle, can you build on that a little bit? You mentioned the fact that, you know, this country will not have the opportunity to develop the expertise. What types of jobs are lost when a contract goes to a U.S. company rather to a Canadian company? What type of opportunities are lost? How many job numbers are lost, would you say?
Oh, we do not pretend that contract per se will make causing loss in terms of job. But the thing is, there's a few countries around the world, about 5, that can build a plane totally, including the certification of the plane. Canada is one amongst them. There's about 2 cities in the world that can still achieve that. The same thing. It's about Toulouse in France and Montreal in Canada. The thing is, how can we maintain that expertise if we cannot develop further and enter new market like the military market? So that's the point. It's not in terms of job loss right now, but it's in terms of opportunity for the future and, you know, positioning ourselves as a leader and continue to be that leader.
Mm-hmm. Now, Boeing is required to make targeted investments in Canada as a result of this deal. And apparently there are discussions to create a Boeing Center of Excellence in this country. Does that address any of your concerns in any way?
Oh, obviously we cannot be, you know, we're in favor of that. It's good news. But again, you know, it's not the kind of vision that we believe the government should develop. We never pretend that we need to stop having, you know, relation with Boeing. They have a lot of employees in Canada. A lot of them are unionized with us. So we do respect that company, and we do respect the fact that it's provide good Canadian job. But, you know, being the one who owns you know, those invention and those capacity is different, and that's the thing we should aim for.
Is there any way that the Trudeau government could make up for this? If not this contract, is there another that could counter what you see as the potential harms of going this route instead of opening up the bid process?
Yeah, we do believe that the government need to develop some, industrial politics, in aerospace, other few as well. But let's talk about aerospace. The Canada should develop a real industrial policy to make sure that we're going to put that everything's around those companies there to continue the good job and to even grow and develop. And also the government should revise, what we get in return when it's another country, it's not clear what could be the kind of job we're going to have back, what kind of good qualification job we're going to have back. It could be anything. It's not clear. So the government should make sure that the end result, when we have something coming back to Canada from those contracts, that thing has a real value in terms of building, prosperity for all Canadians.
Daniel Cloutier, thank you very much for the time today.
My pleasure again. Thanks.